YouTube, what's the deal? JR Productions. I'm back with another banger, and I'm about to show y'all how to make Instagram music video previews. Let's get it.
I love you.
So first things first, what you're gonna need is you're gonna need Photoshop, and you definitely gonna need Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere, whichever editing software that you prefer, whichever editing software that you use, it all works. You know what I'm saying? It all does it. But first and foremost, when we go into Photoshop, you wanna make sure that the dimensions are 1280 by 1280. You know what I'm saying? That's a square, that's a one-to-one dimension for Instagram when you're making the previews. And the more and more that you start to learn the Instagram previews and learn how to make them and be creative and do them in your own way and add your little sauce, you'll be able to play around with the other dimensions. The same rules apply, just with a different size, you know what I'm saying? So right now, let's just go ahead and get right into it, man. First and foremost, what I like to do, I like to grab my ruler, bring it all the way down to 25%, boom. Bring the other one down to 75%. Hold on, there we go, boom, 75. So this right here is gonna create, that already, you can see what we creating, you know what I'm saying? You can see this is exactly how it looks on Instagram. All right, boom, so what you want, the first thing you wanna do is, this layer right here, I already have Photoshop open. I messed up the last video. Somebody actually came and called me and, you know what I'm saying, I had to stop the video, so I had to start all over. But while it's like this, it's gonna have background. It's gonna have a lock next to it. You wanna double click that lock to make it go away, so that way you're able to make adjustments to this layer. So now that you got that, you wanna grab the marquee tool, rectangular marquee tool. M is the shortcut on the keyboard, no matter if it's Windows or Mac. So then you wanna draw that rectangle that you see in the middle, and there you go. You see that now, those lines that we drew are in effect now. It's allowing us to lock onto them dimensions, so we can just hit that delete button, boom, that middle part is gone. We halfway done with this. We halfway done with making the banner, y'all. So now, first things first, you wanna grab your wand tool. Grab your wand tool, click that top box, Command Control J. If you own Windows, it's Control J. If you own Mac, it's Command J. Same thing with the bottom, boom. So now, hold on, I'm sorry about that. Hold on, let me go. Make sure you got that bottom layer clicked, so boom. So now you hit that. Now you got duplicates and you got these boxes separated. You wanna make these into a group. Put this into a group right here. We're gonna name this grabs, right? So boom, now we got grabs. All right, so we can rename, this is all optional, by the way. Once you get down, you don't even need to rename it, you already know what you're doing. So we're gonna name this bottom, and we're gonna name this one top. Boom, so now that background is gone, when I do that, boom. You know what I'm saying? So we got that, you know what I'm saying? So now, we looking good so far, we looking good. So far, so good, right? So now what you would do is you would go to where you're editing your music video, or if your music video is already finalized, depending on how you know what I'm saying, you approach it, you would put your video into your editing software. This is a video by Akbar and Akbar V featuring Peasy called Far Away. This video isn't released yet, so I will not be playing any audio. I will not be showing you guys a whole bunch of whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I already got my screen grab, so I'm gonna go on over here. I'm gonna grab my screen grab. I'm gonna go, hold on, let me go back in Photoshop. Then I'm gonna grab my screen grabs. I'm gonna put my screen grabs up into Photoshop. So now I want this one to be at the top. You know what, let me put this at the bottom. I'm gonna put this one at the bottom. So look, we got this one at the bottom, and then we're gonna put this one at the top. Boom. Now we there. Now, how do you make those fit into them black boxes? Well, it's simple. So, like I told you before, we got these in a group, right? This is the bottom one. So we put this at the bottom. We wanna put that screen grab that we have going to the bottom, we wanna put that above that black bar. So now that we got that above that black bar, you wanna right click, then you wanna go to create clipping mask. Boom. Now it just cuts everything off that's not in that dimension of that shape that you made. So you can adjust it however. You can make it big, smaller. If you make it smaller, you can gradient. It's all on creativity, man. So it's all up to your liking and your standard and how you feel about it, what your taste is. So we're gonna do the same thing for this screen grab right here. We're gonna drag that over the top, right click, then we're gonna go to clipping mask. Now that's both in there, boom. So then we wanna add a little title. Let's see. We're gonna put Akbar V. Then we can put one of these. No, we can put it, let's put an X right there. Let's put an X right there and put Peasy. You know what I'm saying? Boom. All right. So now we got that. I'm gonna take this out of that group. Now we got that, right? So we there. Then we're gonna put Far Away. That's the name of the song. You're gonna put the title of the song. So Far Away is the title of the song. I'm gonna adjust the font to make it look a little bit more like my style, my flavor. You know what I'm saying? I got plenty fonts in here, but for me, I feel like the vibe of this song is a little bit more clean. So I'm gonna do this font right here. I'm gonna do this font right here, and then we're gonna go boom, Far Away, Far Away. See, nah, I don't like how that's looking. It's blocking her face, so I'm gonna adjust it, put it more towards the bottom. Put this one right here. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a shadow. So we're gonna add a shadow just so it can make it stand out from the background. Always wanna have your font standing out from the background. So when you're using white fonts and all of that, and it's on a bright background, sometimes it's hard to see. You wanna make sure you add that drop shadow so that way you're able to see it. We're gonna do the same thing for this one. Drop shadow, boom. So now we got our fonts right there. Now we got our fonts, and this is just a little quick little tutorial. Like obviously mine don't look like this, but I'm just doing this for the purposes and the sake of the video. I'm just getting it out the way so you can kind of know step by step how to do it, and you can customize it however you please. So boom, now we got the title, we got that. Then I will just go and add my logo. Gotta add your logo, or you can put directed by. And also, if y'all want me to just make templates for y'all, I can also do that, like where you can just come in and just plug and play. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to do all this. But if you want to make your own, then this is what you will have to do. So boom, let me add that. Then I'm gonna just resize it to my liking. JR Creative Productions. Slap that right in the middle like that. Boom. Add my little drop shadow still. I like to add my drop shadows, man. I always like to add my drop shadows. To me, I just feel like it give more definition. It just look better for me. All right, man. So boom. So now here's the important part. Because a lot of times people will get messed up on this too. They be like, why my background? Why is it not, like it look on the Photoshop? Well, what you want to do is, but you gotta save it as. You gotta save it as a PNG file. If you do not save it as a PNG file, you will have a background imported. If you try to save it as JPEG, it will put a background right there, and it will be either white or it will either be black, where that area is supposed to be blank. And the reason why it's important to have that area blank is because when you go and you put that video in there, it will not be like if you put the video above this banner, you're not gonna see what you just made. If you put it behind the banner, then the banner is gonna show where it needs to show, and then that empty part that you never had nothing there anyway, that's gonna be where your video is showing. So you just resize your video to fit that right there, and it looks how it's supposed to look. So boom, we're gonna save this. I'm gonna name it test. Save it to my desktop. Click OK. Then we're gonna go into Final Cut or Adobe Premiere. Then we're gonna make a new project. This is important. You want to save this as the same file size as the same dimensions as the file you just saved for your banner. So what do we have? We had 1280 by 1280. So we're gonna go over here to vertical, we're gonna go over here to square. And Final Cut for some reason don't have 1280 by 1280. So what we have to use is 1080 by 1080, which is not bad. It's the same thing. It's still the same dimensions. You know what I'm saying? It's a square. It's a video square. So now we're gonna name this test. Boom. Name that test. So then now I'm gonna drag over what we just saved on the desktop. We had that as test. Oh, hold on. We had that as test. Boom. Now we here. Drag that out to, I typically like my previews to be between 30-45 seconds. You don't want to give too much of the video. A lot of songs today, they're only about 2 minutes long. So you don't want to give half the song with a minute long preview. You know what I'm saying? Just give them that little nugget to make them be like, oh, this is bopping. Oh, it cut off. I need to see this. Let me go click the video. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Or they, you gotta have that little, it's a teaser at the end of the day. You don't want to give them too much of the sauce. So I'm gonna go with 30 seconds. Let's do 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Between 30 and 45 seconds is typically what I do. But you can feel free to do it however you want to. It's your world. You living in your world. It's your world. You know what I'm saying? You the expert. Always remember that. You the expert. So then now what we gonna do is we're gonna get the video. I already got the video in here. So boom, we do it like this. Boom. And you see that? You see that? no audio, but we just gonna, you see that right there? Now you got your video preview and you ready to go. You feel what I'm saying? And that right there is how you make an Instagram preview. And I hope I was able to help you on your journey. I hope I gave you some information that you didn't have before, or just gave you a little bit more insight on some stuff. This is the simple way to do it. There's many different ways. You can always use custom brushes to take out certain parts and all that. You just gotta be creative and let your juices flow and just go with the vibe, man. Go with the vibe of the song. Always try to make it fit the theme of the song, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with fonts and everything, like, just let your creative juices flow. Make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if it's anything else you want to see, anything else you want to know that I didn't expound on or I didn't touch on. Leave a comment below. Let me know what it is that you're trying to figure out, and I'll be able to help you the best way that I can. And like I always say, man, I'm out this thing. You dig?